So our men, our parents, they train the girls to be good mothers, good wives, but they don't give them what it takes to maintain the love between you and your husband. And boys are never even trained on how to love their wives. They are trained to be strong men. They are trained to know that they are the heads of the families. So when they get married, they meet themselves in a shock because they are supposed to love this woman, to be able to maintain her. But they start being family commanders, not family heads.
Oh, family commanders, not family heads. And it's not easy to deconstruct all of that.
Exactly.
When it's from childhood.
Exactly, because they want to impose, they want to take the space that they deserve as the heads of the family. They forget that a good head of family should be a security agent for his family, should be loving, should be caring, should rebuild with love. You know, so they just come. You see some parents, some fathers, when their cars hoot outside, the children run to the backyard.
Everybody goes to their rooms.
The husband, the wife gets into the kitchen and stays there or into the room. So I call them family commanders, not family heads.
If you want to learn more about this, you can check out Moments with Tilda on Facebook. Stop the Hate campaign is going on. We'll discuss more with Tilda. If you're just joining us and you're asking yourself, where are we? We are live from 2019, the International Trade Exhibition, the fair where you get to interact with companies and get to learn what is made right here in Cameroon. So the ground is unfamiliar for you, but you get used to it. It's really breezy and beautiful. Be comfortable and stay with us. It's Cameroon Feeling, live on CRTV. Now, Tilda, beyond what you do on Moments with Tilda, you have a strong heart for humanity in general. Tell us about what you do in the organization you work with.
My organization, we work on gender and human rights generally, but we also try to check on livelihoods. For example, like now that we have so many IDPs, we try to see how we can touch different lives in different ways. It may not just be with material gifts. Sometimes we touch a life by giving the encouragement that they deserve. For example, the other day I was talking on how we use our tongue. You know, if you see somebody who is depressed, I believe strongly that God gave us a tongue to be able to send out some encouraging words to people, to be able to motivate, to be able to praise. And I was telling people that one of the biggest humanitarian needs that we need is the feeling of belonging, is a feeling that people do appreciate me, is valorization, you know, because most often I was trying to challenge the fact that most often we encourage people, we talk about people when they are gone, when they are dead.
Oh, but that's when all of the beautiful words come out.
All the beautiful words come out about this person. But when the person is alive, active and doing things, how often do we encourage them? So I was telling people, one of the biggest humanitarian things is to make someone to feel good. That someone is running away from crisis and is so feeling so rejected, depressed. Giving only food to that person doesn't really uplift that person. Providing dresses and everything for that person doesn't. But giving that person beyond that, making that person to understand that those are some of the challenges of life, which he or she could turn into stepping stones to move forward. It could be the will of God that you change your environment for now. You know, there are many beautiful words that we can give to these people so that they should not be depressed. And also, even to the downtrodden in the society. We do that. Sometimes we provide material things, but at the same time, we try as much as possible to build their psyche, to make them to feel accepted, to accept themselves first. Because the problem starts with you as an individual. Do you valorize yourself? Which brings me back to gender. Most of the problems of women today is because their work is not valorized and they themselves don't give value to their work.
And as you said, it begins from childhood, how they were raised. So we're talking about the culture of the family, social constructs that we need to deconstruct in order to have a sane society and a peaceful society. She sang for peace. We'll be talking about that in a moment. But first, let's take a break and find out how the Youth Day happened with Chanceline Nanze, organized by Eric Nyat, the Day Feast. And we'll be right back.
3 years down the lane since Day and Fete first began. The brainchild of the 4th Assistant Mayor of Bangangte, Eric Nyat aims at giving the youth of the division the chance to have a lively celebration of the National Youth Day.
Les jeunes de Bangangte le méritent. Ils méritent d'avoir le meilleur. Ils méritent d'avoir le meilleur artiste camerounais.
The youth of Bangangte deserve to have the best Cameroonian artists perform for them. And you've seen how happy they are having them live. We want them to know that we are behind them always.
Cameroun, que c'est notre pays, un beau pays. Et réellement, nous sommes avec le tout cœur.
This year, they were privileged to have Mr. Liu. Be it parent or child, no one was left indifferent to the thrilling music as they all chanted the choruses in unison with the artist. They were also opportune to watch DJ Jarabel live, who treated them to the rhythms of the West. Even the organizer could not withstand the temptation. These youth have thanked Eric Nyat for such a beautiful Youth Day gift. I want to thank Eric Nyat for all what he's been doing for us and for all the artists he's brought to Bangangte. We are overjoyed having them.
C'est une promesse tenue aux jeunes. C'est la 3e édition.
It is a fulfilled promise, and we are very happy. We take it like an encouragement to excel in whatever domain we are involved in.
Il faut faire des performances agricoles pour ceux qui sont dans le domaine agricole.
They are looking forward to having another pageant show next year.
Oh yes, if you're just joining us, it's Cameroon Feeling live from the biggest international trade exhibition right here in Africa, taking place in Cameroon. We're here because we want to invite you to come over. I'm sure you can't see, but there are people watching the program live on air right now. They're here. Hello, people. Yes. And we're in conversation with Tilda Tikundi. She's telling us all about her work and especially her fight to promote peace. That sounds interesting, right? Let's continue this discussion with her. Now, Tilda, you are in for the promotion of human rights, but peace is a constant with you. Tell us about it.
Yeah, peace is a concern with me because I think, as the Bible says, as much as possible, live at peace with everyone. So I think that peace begins from within, from you. If you cannot experience peace, you will not radiate peace out there.
That's true.
So I believe that if all of us, no matter how conflictual our environments are, if you are living in peace, you'll be able to cope because you will develop coping strategies and you will try to see how you can share peace that you have with other people.
It's easier said sometimes, but how do you nurture inner peace?
Or to nurture the idea of peace is to be that person who is first of all peaceful. That means that you are able to control your anger first of all. You are that person who doesn't flare out unnecessarily. I usually tell people to count from 1 to 10.
Okay.
If they get so angry, you count from 1 to 10, or you sing, or you move away from the scene, just so that you are able to calm down and then be able to control yourself and collect the kind of words you say. That is how it is. But it's not as easy. It is a constructed attitude over time.
I agree. It's constructed. It's intentional.
Yeah.
You have to decide that this is what I want to do.
It's a
I have
conscious decision.
Conscious decision.
Yeah.
And revolve around that space because it can be difficult. I see people looking right now. Oh yes, things are falling all around me and you tell me to keep peace inside of me, it's difficult. But just like she said, she's a life coach after all. She has a wealth of experience dealing with people in situations like this. Try to put yourself in that environment of peace internally first. And then you reflect it and you'll be able to share with your environment.
Sure.
Now, congratulations, 20 years in music.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And to God be the glory.
Tell us about your journey so far.
Oh, I started off music a long time ago. In fact, I'd been singing in the choir and I'd been a school conductor and always singing.
Yes.
But 20 years ago, I started off the journey of music because, first of all, I love singing. I write songs. I am very artistic in mind. And so I started writing so many songs, singing them and just keeping them in my personal enjoyment.
Okay.
But at one time, I actually had a kind of arrest by God that you have to go beyond enjoy your music by yourself. You have to start letting people hear what you do. So I started singing, and the first album that I actually brought out was in 2007 with the title God's Love. And I was singing about God's love, and I was singing about the fact that we need to, if we don't love the people we see around us, we will not love God. And then secondly, I came up with another album, Worship God. I came up with Jesus Saves. I came up with Trust in God. And then today I have many more. I have No Jesus, No Life. I have many more albums. I sing gospel, contemporary gospel, and I use African rhythms. That is a uniqueness in my music. I think we have so many beautiful rhythms in Africa. We keep saying that this rhythm is not Christian, that one is Christian. No. God gave rhythm for His praise. And so I can take any kind of sound and I put music. I do use Njang, I use Makusa Bikusi, I use Zulu, I use anything that is African.
And it connects with everyone. The most important thing is the message.
Yes.
And when you touch the different cultures and traditions, you make them feel like it's for them.
Exactly.
So it works out that
Exactly.
way.
And I actually also want, we have very beautiful songs in our country, and sometimes when we do the videos, we spoil them because you are relating a story in your lyrics, but then the photo relation doesn't match with it, or it brings a different connotation to the song. So I also want to try to see how I can, even through my videos, do videos that are sometimes typically traditional, bringing out some of those traditional outfits or looks that we have left over. I try to bring that out, and I also try to make the young people love the tradition by the way I present myself, because artistically I am purely traditionally looking.
I can see that.
Yes.
Now can you have a little song for us so we can feel the artistic and cultural flair in it?
I will sing a song a little song. I will just sing a song which says, let peace reign in your hearts.
Maybe just a verse or two.
Yeah,
nothing extra.
let peace reign in your hearts today. Oh, let peace reign. Oh, let peace reign. Let peace reign in your hearts today. My brothers, let peace reign. My sisters, let peace reign.
Oh, yes.
In your family today, let peace reign. At your workplace today, let peace reign. Everywhere you find yourself, let peace reign. Let peace reign. My brothers, let peace reign.
Oh, come on, guys.
I have a cracky voice this morning.
Well, thank you so much, Tilda Tikumdi. And if people want to learn more about you, they can go on Facebook. Moments with Tilda.
Tilda, or on Tilda's page.
On Tilda's page.
And I have so many pages. I have one for Boyo Women because I'm the president of Boyo Women. I have one for Gender Empowerment and Development because I'm the CEO of that organization. And one for the Com people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one for the Com people.
And then one for the music, Tikumdi. There's a page like that.
All right. Now, if you just stare straight at the Cameroonian watching you right now, what message would you give to them if you were presenting moments from Tilda right here on Cameroon Buildings?
Yes, if I am, I would tell the population that God, when Jesus was leaving, He said, my peace I leave with you, not as the world gives. but that peace surpasses all understanding. That means that we have to hold on to Jesus' garment through our prayers, through our songs, through our praise, so that he can give us peace, so we can enjoy his peace, the peace he left with us. I will also tell people that as much as possible, make your home the most comfortable place to be. Your home should not be a battleground, but a comfortable place to be, so that you can bring that out to the public.
Oh, thank you so much for passing by, Tilda. I have to give you a warm Cameroon feeling hug.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And from the entire team, we have the technical team all around, and Leocadie, Nancy, all of those in the background. We're grateful that you stayed with us. It's been about 2 hours already. Could you even tell? But a lot more is going to be coming. That's why you have to stick to CRTV. Watch all of the programs presented live from here and many more. Until Thursday, we just have to tell you, keep smiling.